All right, hello everybody. I'm Skylar. Welcome to You Need Intervals. This is my home lab. Today we're going to get started on the ground. So let's go ahead and lay flat on your back, heels digging into the ground. We're going to use this glute bridge to slowly start warming up our body because today we're focusing on high intensity intervals using mostly our lower body and our core. We're going to alternate between strength, dynamic stretching for active recovery, and cardio exercises today. And we have 2 rounds of each of our 3 circuits. We'll get in, we'll get out, and you'll be ready to get going with your day. So as you're doing these glute bridges, we're going to come back to this during the circuit today. Really think about digging your heels down, lifting your hips, and slowly controlling your way back down. Now you're going to just let your knees knock side to side. Think about twisting through the torso. We're just slowly warming up. Regardless of where you came from today or what time you're starting this workout, use your time wisely to start warming through the core. And we just want to make sure we start loosening up through the spine. Next, you're going to hug your knees into your chest and grab underneath on your hamstrings and see if you can start rocking forward and back. Ultimately, you want to use your momentum and your core control to try to come all the way up to balance on your seat. So if you feel like you have to drop your feet down, that's okay. See if you can try one more time to rock back, try to find your way to balance, and then you're going to cross your ankles, press your hands into the ground, and see if you can start lifting up and rocking all the way over into a plank position. If you have shoes on, it can be a little bit difficult, but that's okay. We're still going to get warmed up in this plank. So from here, you're going to exhale, push your hips back into downward dog, and then see if you can start painting your fingertips back toward your opposite toe. Slowly come back into plank. Exhale, pull your belly button up. Start painting your fingertips back towards your opposite toe, all the way back into plank. We're engaging the core, and we're also stretching out through the sides, through the hamstrings and the calves. We're going to do one more each side, back to plank. Exhale, pull your belly button up, reach for the opposite toe. Last time here. And then we'll slowly exhale all the way to downward dog, and your arms are going to march your way all the way back toward your toes. I like the idea of thinking about painting your fingertips all the way up your body so that your arms remain as close to your body as you can as you take your time coming all the way up to a stand. Now the arms are on your hands are on your waist, and you're going to slowly start rotating at the hip, bringing your hip out and forward. Out and forward. And if you have a heart rate monitor, this is a great time, since I already forgot, to get that going. It's a great way to track your heart rate during intervals. So you want to make sure that you either are using your rating of perceived exertion on a scale of 1 to 10 or a heart rate monitor so that you can gauge your progress and also overall how you're feeling. So if you don't have those numbers, that's okay. I just encourage you to keep thinking about how you feel on a scale of 1 to 10. And at some parts during the workout today, I want you to really push yourself to an 8 or a 9. And other parts, like right now for the warm-up, you're more so around a 3. So you can start gauging your effort level. And the more often you do it, the better you'll get at it. The better you'll get to understand how you actually feel and how your effort level is. All right, let's go ahead and bring the feet back together. We're going to take a big step up and over into a deep lunge. Reach up and over. Use your obliques to come all the way up. Now we're twisting towards the front knee. Come all the way back. Power through this back heel to step all the way back. Opposite leg. Big step up and over. Front lunge. Opposite arm is reaching up and over. Use your obliques to come back up. Now we're twisting over the front knee. See if you can turn and look back behind you. Push through this front heel, dig all the way back. We're alternating. Big step up and over, big lunge, reach, and twist. Dig through, press back, opposite leg. Big step up and over, reach, and twist. Reach out. We have one more each side. Here we go. Big step up and over, lunge, big reach, and twist. One more time. Dig down, push back, step up and over, reach, find your balance, and twist. Dig through that heel, press. All right, next we're going to start marching. High knees, using your arms and your legs together. We're going forward, just as far forward as your space allows, and then you're coming back. And I want you to try to think about bringing your knees and your toes up. So don't let your toes be lazy here. Don't let them kind of sag as you bring your knees up. As you do this, let's start picking up the pace. So if you're here, that's great. Stay right here. If you want, you can try to add a little bit of a skip, just bringing it back to the old playground days. And if you're ready for a little bit more intensity, then start driving those knees. We're still going forward and back just to warm it up. One more time. And shake it out. Great job. Bring your feet wider than shoulder width apart, arms out to the side. You're going to slowly start twisting through the torso. Notice how your hips are twisting and hopefully getting a little bit of stretch through your internal and external rotators. Here we go. Keep the belly button in nice and strong. 3 and 2 and 1. Shake it out. Now, because we're focusing on the lower body, we want to make sure everything is ready to go. So let's go heel, toe, heel, toe. You're over-exaggerating, warming up. Heel, toe, heel, toe. One more time. See how much space you have. If you can just keep going in one direction, that's great. Just keep flying away. Whatever you need. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Shake it out. Next, we're going into a quad pull. And then you'll slowly start to hinge forward. Find your balance. See if you can come all the way forward and then extend your legs straight out and then come back down. Quad pull. Reach up. Start to hinge at the hips, extending forward. Stand all the way up. Extend your heels straight out and back down. Almost there. Working through the warm-up. Find your hinge. Come all the way up. Try to kick through the wall in front of you. Hiya. Opposite leg. Quad pull. Hinge at the hips. Reach. Come all the way up. Extend forward. Last one here. Quad pull. Hinge at the hips. Squeeze up. Kick through the heel. And we're back to our neural activation. So what I want you to do is find a spot on the ground. We're going to work up to a 10 out of 10 effort level, but only for 5 seconds. You can do anything for 5 seconds. So you're just going to do quick feet as fast as you can from a 10 out of 10 effort level. So I want you to push yourself. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Quick feet. Quick feet. You only have 5 seconds. You can move faster than that. And relax. Shake it out. Great job. All right, now that we're nice and warmed up, it's time to get started with our strength exercises. So we're going to step forward with our right leg into a forward lunge. Dig the heel down, push yourself back to stand. See if you can balance on your knee, and then kick forward with a nice kick. We're staying on the same side for 30 seconds, and then we're switching sides. We're lunging forward, dig through the front heel. See if you can come all the way back to balance and kick. You got it. I like to keep my hands on my hips because it gives me feedback to identify if I'm keeping my pelvic girdle neutral. So let's go ahead and switch sides. Left knee comes up. We're lunging forward. Dig that heel down to push back and balance and kick. You're only dropping that foot on the ground when you're in the lunge forward. So you're trying to only balance on the opposite leg when you're standing up. Big kick. See if you can find that pelvic girdle that I talk about in a lot of my videos and see if you can try to keep it as neutral as possible. Last one. Okay, this is our short dynamic stretching in between. Very short dynamic stretching. We're just going to slowly alternate our dynamic quad stretch here. All right, so you're just reaching back and forth, and then we're getting into our cardio burst. And then we're going to repeat that circuit one more time before we move on to the next. So there's 3 total circuits today. All right, now we're doing our split squat jumps. I like to use running arms. So I'm using opposite arm, opposite leg, so that they can help me power up and switch legs. Now you're essentially just doing a lunge just like we did before, but you're jumping up and switching. If jumping is not quite in your routine today, you can always just go into a step forward lunge. All right, and then you're just trying to pick up the pace, trying to push yourself a little bit faster. All right, and shake it out. Okay, grab some water if you need it. We have 5 seconds. We're right back at the top. This time, let's start with the left leg. Right leg is the standing leg. Left leg, lunge forward. Dig through the heel. Power back to balance. Hiya. Big strong kick. Here we go. We've warmed up using a lot of these similar movements so that we can really increase our strength. Try to root down to lift up for that balance. There we go. You got it. Big lunge, dig through the heel, power back, and kick. Last one. Now we're switching legs. Left leg is the standing leg. Right knee is coming up. Big step out, nice lunge. Dig through the heel, power back, knee up, and kick. Big step forward. Dig through the heel, power back, balance, and kick. Here we go. Remember, we're working the lower body in 30-second intervals. We're doing one side at a time, and then I'm giving you a nice little dynamic stretch in between for a little active recovery before you get that quick, high-intensity burst. Here we go. We're really working on building that muscular endurance. All right, we have a short little dynamic stretch, and then we're going right into our split squat jumps. Last exercise for this circuit. Then we have 2 more circuits after this. Okay, here we go. Might as well just get started, right? Let's get jumping. Up and down. See how many times you can switch your legs. Whether you're doing a lunge or a split squat jump, you're still trying to keep your core strong. And see if you can beat your own record each time. I love counting my reps because even though we have 30 seconds, you can still try to get more reps in to really push yourself. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Always grab water if you need it. We're going into our lateral lunge and our backward lunge, only on the right side. Left leg is the standing leg. You're going to step out for a lateral lunge. Try to come up and balance. Now we're going back, backward lunge. Try to come up and balance. Lateral and balance, and back and balance. So we're also working on a lot of control and balance here. I love working on balance. It's always a good challenge, regardless of who you are or what age you are. We have one more here. Step back, and we'll go ahead and switch sides. Opposite leg, lateral lunge, and backward lunge. Lateral, and back. If you need to touch the ground in between, that's okay, but just try to work on that balance. Now, this is our first time through with these exercises. You know that we have a second set coming up, so if you feel like you'd like to increase the intensity, you can always add extra weights if you have some and you would like to use some. All right, we've made it to our short active recovery, our knee hugs. So we're just bringing one knee up at a time before we get into our fun little cardio burst. Okay, listen carefully. It might take a little bit of learning the first time, but it'll be fun. You're going to squat down. See if you can use your core to rock forward into this quadruped position, and then you're going to do a twist through the hips, back. See if you can push yourself and stand up tall. You can also use a wall in front of you. So if coming down to the ground is too much, just use a wall. So you only have to lean up into the wall. Going back to a hovering quadruped, twisting through the hips, push yourself back, stand up tall. Let's try to get one more in. Here we go. The quicker you go, the more of a cardiovascular benefit you'll get. Great job. All right, we're back to the beginning. Let's start with the left leg this time. Right leg is the standing leg. We're going lateral and back. Remember, you can increase the intensity by adding external weight if you'd like, or just trying to pick up the pace as long as you're maintaining proper form. I love when you have a mirror near you so you can just make sure what you feel is also how you look, right? So we want to make sure we can identify that proper technique all on our own. Opposite leg, right leg, we're stepping out to a lateral lunge, back up to balance, back to a backward lunge. Here we go. I love moving in all different directions because life is always throwing us curveballs, and we want to be ready to react or change direction at any point. And by taking care of yourself, you'll be ready for that. One more each, and then we have our knee hug. Short, dynamic stretch with our knee hug, and then get ready for our squat to quadruped rotation. Remember to get yourself set up by a bench, a wall, a couch, or something like that if the ground is too far away, and start to set yourself up learning the control, the motor patterns of this movement. It starts with a squat, then you're rocking forward, aiming to control into a quadruped, quick rotation, back up to a squat, stand tall. Deep squat, rock forward, control. Rotation, back up, stand tall. Here we go. Deep squat, find your control, quick rotation. Pay attention to your quadruped position here because a little sneak peek, we're going to be coming back to this in our last set, something similar. Squat, rock forward. Here we go. Find that control. And stand up, shake it out. All right, next exercise on the ground. You're going onto your back for a glute bridge with extension. Remember, we did this in the warm-up. Glute bridge up, extend your left leg all the way back down, all the way down. So it's a glute bridge, extend, down, and down. We're staying with the left leg this time. The second set, we'll get the right leg. The main point here is to make sure that even when you extend that leg, your hips are stable. So that right heel is really digging down into the ground so that your hips are not sagging. Don't let your hips lie here. All right, switch legs. Glute bridge, extend. Here we go. Squeeze the glutes, extend. You got this. Nice, strong glutes. Stay focused on the back side here. Dig the heels down. Push yourself away from the ground. Nice and controlled hips. Try to engage the quad as you kick straight up, trying to stomp on the wall in front of you. We're going to slowly rock all the way back into all fours. And this is your active recovery. You're just slowly drawing nice, big circles with your hips. We're going back and around, trying to keep the hips stable. And now we're switching. We're going to go out and back and around. One more time here. We're going out, back, and around. Okay, are you guys ready for this cardio burst? We're going to be in all fours, hovering the knees over the ground. You're going to crawl forward as far as you can, and then you're going to burpee up and back down. Hover the knees. We're crawling back as far as you can. Burpee up, back, forward. See if you can step opposite hand, opposite leg until you run out of space so you can jump up all the way back down. Opposite arm, opposite hand. See how many reps you can get. All right, here we go. On our backs, last set. You're almost done. Heels down. Squeeze the glutes up. Extend the right leg. Here we go. We're squeezing and extending. Starting with the right leg this time. This is your last time through, your last circuit. You're working for your cool down. We're working the lower body. We're working our cardiovascular system. And really just overall stress relief. And you know, the best way to find happiness is really to give back to others, to pay it forward. So I want you to keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Same thing, glute bridge and extend. And a lot of the ways that our culture can easily pay it forward is simple things like holding the door open for somebody or something like that. But because of the situation we're in right now, we don't have an opportunity to pay it forward, to do those nice things when we're interacting with our community on a normal level. So I encourage you and I challenge you to try to find ways to do that, to pay it forward from the comfort of your own home. So let's go back to all fours. We're going to do one hip circle in each direction. Nice active recovery, because you know what we have coming next. We have our bear crawls with a burpee. Hover those knees over the ground. Bear crawl as far forward as you can. Get that big jump all the way back down. See how far back you can crawl. Burpee up, back down. Here we go. If you have more space than just your mat, then just keep crawling. See how far you can go without running into something. Then try to just keep those knees hovering over the ground. Here we go. You got it. It's all about control. And once you get the hang of it, you're pushing the pace. Last one, burpee up, and let's stand tall. Great job. All right, get some water if you need to. Maybe towel off a little glistening sweat that you have. And we're going to slowly make our way to cool down. It's a great time to check your heart rate, see where it is, and after our short cool down, check back where it is to follow your recovery heart rate. Let's take a big inhale all the way up. Exhale, pull your belly button in, reach for your toes. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Slowly start to roll up, one vertebrae at a time, letting your head be the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulder blades back. Now we're going to practice some balance. You're going to stand on your left leg, cross your right ankle over your knee, and slowly try to sit back, figure 4 balance. If you need a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can always reach down, see if you can grab onto your ankle. Or if you need a little bit of support, find yourself near something stable or someone stable and hold on for some support. Let's slowly start to stand up tall, switch the legs, cross the ankle over the knee, push your hips back, find a deep stretch. Same thing, you can either reach down for your ankle, or if you need a little bit of support, make sure you grab it when you need it. Nice deep stretch. So see if you can find ways without interacting with the community at this time to pay it forward, because you'll actually feel great after. It's a great way to feel happy. Left leg is the standing leg. Reach back for that quad stretch. Squeeze your glutes. Try to tuck your tailbone and push your hips forward to get a nice full stretch in that quad. We'll slowly switch, opposite leg. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of other videos going on, especially a stretch video, which can be a great way to add to any of the other workouts to keep yourself feeling good, feeling loose and mobile. And then bring your feet nice and wide. We're going to slowly stretch the inner thigh out to the side. Try to focus on nice deep breathing here. Take a big deep breath in and sigh it out. Slowly switch to the other side. Feel that inner thigh stretch. Big deep breath in and sigh it out. Take your time stretching. Let your heart rate come back down a little bit more before you get off and run to the next thing. You can always email me at Skylar, S-K-Y-L-A-R, @youneedthelab.com, and I'd be happy to answer any questions for you. Thanks. Have a great day. Power, peace,